Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm talking about, is a uni degree enough? Like, what have we learned from the pandemic? Is it enough just to have a BSc by the side of your name? Let's get into the conversation. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification buttons. Hey!
Audio Jungle.
So, to go into this topic, the first thing would be to actually derive if it's actually worth getting a degree. So, statistics say that getting a degree gives you a 56% chance of essentially earning, would I say like the average annual salary for the year based in the country that you're in, and I'm referring to the UK to be fair. However, it also means that you acquire an amount of debt. This debt can obviously vary based on what you're studying, how long you're studying for, and is it actually worth it? Being a Nigerian, going to uni was a given. It wasn't a matter of choice. It wasn't a what do you think, what don't you think. It was a case of, you are my child, you are going to school, you are going to earn your degree. You're not going to be a useless person. And then there was then the extra pressure of if you have to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, or you're a waste of space. And coming to think about it, I wasn't any of that. I actually studied financial economics for my first degree, and then I thought, I was so determined, yeah, I'm going to work in an investment bank. And I really thought that this is actually not the life I wanted for myself. So I went into my master's straight away, where I did sustainable energy business and finance. It is a mouthful to say. And I had made it up in my mind that I was going to work in the oil and gas industry because I wanted the shmoney. Money, 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 money. So I had my grand plan of moving back to Nigeria, where I was going to be working. I got a job, but life happened, and I was like, no, I'm not moving back no more. Like, being in Nigeria for holiday and living in Nigeria, two different ball games. So I stayed myself in London, and I actually felt really confused as to what I was going to do. I applied to loads of jobs. Hey, applying to jobs is a job in itself. And trust me, that led to loads of anxiety, depression, everything that you could think about, because they weren't smiling. And the key thing that a lot of them were saying was the fact that you have a lot of experience, but it's not in the industry. So if you watch my weight loss video, that was one of the reasons why I turned to food for comfort. And eventually I sat down after a lot of the feedback I'd got from some interviews that I attended, and also from the no's from the onset, as to the fact that, you know what, I actually have experience in human resources, and this is probably a channel that I could utilize. Something being great was the fact that my boss at the time was very supportive. So I got seconded into a particular role, and that's how my journey in HR essentially started. And I now still work in HR. And as a result, I didn't study that, but I was able to then do professional courses that aligned me to that particular industry. So again, those courses could have been done from the right onset, and I didn't have to go to uni, and I could have just got experience as a HR administrator and worked my way up in that respect. But would I take my uni degree away? No. Because at uni, it wasn't necessarily just learning stuff. It was learning discipline. It was learning how to analyze stuff. It was learning how to be a critical thinker. And that's the part of uni that I wouldn't trade for anything. And yes, some of the things that you learn are not necessarily things that you're going to use in your everyday life, in terms of the context of it. But essentially, there are loads of skills that have been passed on that actually affects your day-to-day life and how you operate. And how you think about stuff, how you analyze stuff, how you view the world. Because again, you're then with a variety of people from different walks of life, people that have potentially studied a different degree before and have come to study this particular degree, people from different parts of the world. So that experience in its entirety, I would not trade. However, is that the key to necessarily being successful? No. There are loads of various routes of being successful. And you know what? A lot of people I actually know have acquired a degree, I would say, besides the friends that are obviously doctors and lawyers who actually had to learn specifically for their particular occupations, a lot of people I know don't actually practice what they studied. However, having the degree was what propelled them to being in the industry that they're in. So that aside, okay, so let's say you choose to do the degree. Fantastic. Know the fact that you are going to be paying and they're going to be deducting the student loan from your salary, or if you choose to pay the lump sum. I personally wouldn't pay the lump sum because it's counted as good debt and you could essentially use that money for something else. So except you're obviously, if you're earning over 80k, I would definitely say pay the lump sum when you have it. But actually, I'm conflicted. So I wouldn't necessarily say pay off your student loan. I would say the money that you potentially want to use to pay it off, I would say invest the money and then you use the interest and pay little lump sums here and there to clear it, so that it reduces obviously how much money that's been deducted from your wages when you get paid. But that being said, a lot of people, and I think actually not even a lot of people, this pandemic has shown us that there needs to be multiple streams of income. And when we talked about that in the Money Matters series, and actually I probably should go into this a bit more, having multiple streams of income is absolutely vital, because most millionaires, as they say, have a minimum of 7 streams of income. And sometimes your degree would limit you to only operating in a particular facet, in a particular thing. And how expensive London is, and how if you like the good life and you like all the pretty things in life and you want to purchase stuff, you need to have the purchasing power. To have the purchasing power, you need to be making money. And from what I've seen through friends and from myself as well, is the fact that a lot of people have also developed side hustles. And you know what? Some of these side hustles have now become people's main gigs. So like some people don't even do their 9-to-5s anymore. They just do the side stuff and that's become their main thing. And then they have more other side stuff that have branched out from what they're actually doing. So saying that, having a degree is great. But is that the be all and end all? No. Would your life be any worse if you don't? Not particularly. Can you make money regardless? Most definitely. I have friends who are engineers but bake cakes, pharmacists but bake cakes. I work in HR, I do makeup as well, I sell lashes. So literally I do decoration. Oh, I'm gonna have a video coming up showing you some stuff I did. But literally the world has so much money to be made. You just need to find the thing that you need to do to tap into that extra income that you could be bringing into your household, because that extra income could be that new car, it could be that holiday, it could be that new house. And don't limit yourself, and don't feel like because you haven't gone to uni, if you haven't, that you don't have the opportunity to achieve all the things that you want to achieve. Trust me, when I watch YouTube and I see some of the amazing things that people are doing from YouTube and just on the internet generally, and that's one of the like amazing things about the internet, is the fact that I feel like it gives me motivation to be better at anything that I attempt to do, because there's so many people who didn't necessarily have formal training but are killing it in every area of their life. The key thing is about having the right mentality to getting what you need to get, to having the success, to having the financial freedom. And you know what? Uni or no uni, you can do it. So if you want to get a degree, jump in it. If you're from a Nigerian household, you probably will be getting one. But notwithstanding, that's not the be all and end all, and you can do whatever you want to do and be successful and great at it if you put your mind to it. So have a fantastic day, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join the conversation. What do you think? Like, is going to uni a deal breaker for you? Is that something that, or the person you're with has to have gone to uni? Your friends have to have gone to uni for them to have a prestige status to be your friends. What do you think? Have a great day, guys.